Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Punchers TV. We are here once again at these callouts here in Bush Hall. On court, back in the camera, we have Anthony Harris, dressed in all black and some red shoes. And facing the camera is the undertaker, Pipey, dressed in all red and red shoes. Oh, lovely shot there by Anthony. That raised an applause from the crowd. Anthony have a full contingent of the Rubis camp here. Right now the score is 3-7-1. Jason Powers, he's 3. And Anthony Harris is 1. Lovely passing shot there by the Undertaker. 174. We have a good crowd on hand this evening. It's a couple of minutes past 6. This call out started on time. Tito Ellis is running this call out. He's also scoring. He's streaming it on live on his Instagram page. So this tennis is being streamed throughout Barbados, throughout the Caribbean, throughout the world. So welcome those who for the first time might be seeing road tennis, the sport which is indigenous to Barbados, played on a solid surface, 21 by 10. The net is 8 inches. Basically a combination of table tennis and lawn tennis, but it's played on the ground on a solid surface with some wooden rackets and a rubber ball. Right now in road tennis we have at least 3 balls that were designed, manufactured and produced for road tennis. We have the Match Pro, we have the PRTA ball, we have the Pro 21 ball. So road tennis have its ball. This is a Pacific size, Pacific weight. 6-7-5, and Anthony is back into the game. Anthony looks rather energetic, unforced error. Like I said before, Anthony, he plays all his tennis in a place where we call Rubis, the Rubis camp, close to the beach. Pipey, he is representing Bush Hall. This facility where this call out is being played is called the Dighton Paroche Road Tennis Facility, located in Bush Hall. Usually these call-outs are promoted on Facebook, Instagram before they actually start, so you can come on down to Bush Hall, Dighton Paroche Road Tennis Facility and watch these games live. Good atmosphere. Eight serving 10. So far, Anthony have not been able to get the lead, but the scores are pretty close. Right now, the guys are playing a bit tentative. They're trying to fill out each other. 9-10. Anthony is 1 point away from joining Pipey. Oh, unforced error. The cardinal sin. You cannot take a serve of a ball and serve it away. Right now, Jason Powers in the red, he is maintaining the lead. You have the lead and you have the serve. $13-10. This is going to be a 3-best-in-5 set. Is it possible? 3-best-in-5 already means if one of the players win 3 games consecutively, you win the set. Or if you win the game 3-1, 3 games to 1, he wins the set as well. Or you can go down to 5 games if both players are 2 games apiece. The 5th game will be the decisive game. And usually in the 5th game, at 10 points, you would switch the sides. (11-17). And right now, Anthony Harris is behind the 8 ball. He needs to step up his game. He's playing too tentative, too nervous. 18-12. Pipey is serving. A light serve, a very good serve. We call that a drop serve. That point will have because it touched the net. 19-12. The game usually goes to 21. Whoever reaches 21 points first wins the game. In road tennis, you win 1 point at a time. It's a 1 point game, unlike basketball, where it's a 2 point or a 3 point, depends on where you shoot the ball from. Road tennis is only 1 point. Incrementation of 1 point. 19-14. The game is still on. 2014 first game point to Jason Paris. 2014. Unforced error by Pipey. Attempted smash shot from Pipey, but it was away. (16-20). Anthony Harris is serving. A light serve to Pipey's backarm. And it seems to be working. 17-20. Here we see Anthony's bumping the ball. He's not sending much weight to Pipey. And the first game goes to Jason Powers. 21-17. The guy's turn for the second game. All right, folks, we're into the second game. I'd like to welcome you once again to Punchers TV. Please subscribe and like the channel. Once you subscribe, you'll be able to get notification on new videos. There's a red button on the videos. You just press that button, or you can subscribe to the channel so that you can be able to see these call-outs when they're happening. We're into the second game, folks. Yeah, this call-out was really because of a tournament where these two individuals met at the Massey Mall. And Anthony was very close to defeating the Undertaker in that tournament. And he feel within himself that he had a chance to beat Pipey. He believed that his tennis is better. In other words, he believed that his Kung Fu is better than the Undertaker's Kung Fu. So he decided he would call him up from Rubis. And within that call-out video, we saw Anthony Harris using the lawnmower and saying, "I'm going to use this lawnmower to lawn you to mow you away. He was that confident. So this is how the call out came. And Pipey responded to the call out. He said, yes, I accept your challenge. And believe it or not, Pipey was in the cemetery when he made that. When he responded to the call out from the cemetery. It looked kind of dreary. I don't know why. I know he's an undertaker. But usually funerals in Barbados tend to finish before it gets dark. But he was in the graveyard of St. James Cemetery. It's serving 6 in the second game here. We see Anthony Harris have the lead, a 2-point lead. But Anthony is coming with a strategy. He's not putting much weight on the ball. He's trying to float the ball, which is a good strategy because Pipey is a chopper. And he tends to chop from low and when the ball is hard. So it's clearly that Anthony Harris have done his research and he's trying not to put too much weight on the ball. So you may notice that the game is a bit slow. If Anthony can continue this strategy, this slow game, in road tennis you can use a lot of different styles. You find you have attackers, you have defenders, you have guys who can play a slow game, some guys play a power game, and you can adjust your tennis to suit your opponent. Some players can play the power game, handle very nice. When it comes to slow game, where they have to generate their own pace, they tend to be in trouble. So Pipey is one of those players. You have to generate his own. He tends to generate his pace from his opponent when his opponent send the ball low and hard. Pipey right now is the #1 chopper in Barbados. Light Empire Rush was, but right, folks, so we're going to take a break here now. We're having some rain. All right, folks. Good rally here going on. We're getting some drizzles. 11 serving 10. Lovely center court serve there by Anthony Harris. But he was up to the challenge and he returned it. Oh, lovely shot there by Anthony. Anthony lost the first game, but he's looking pretty fine in the second game. This evening, to join Punches TV is Mr. John Witt. Good evening to you, John Witt.
Good evening to you, Terry Dalton. Good evening to the viewers, whoever you are around the world. And here we are again for another call out. Dalton?
Yes, it is. On court we have Jason Paris, better known as the Undertaker, representing the Bush Hall camp. And facing the camera in black is Mr. Anthony Harris from the Rubis camp. And you have a good following from the Rubis camp who came here to support him. And this call out was because of the tournament. You know, Anthony thought he had a good chance to beat Jason Paris in the tournament. And he, you know, I guess it was a one game. So, you know, he figured that he can beat Pipey and this 3 best-in-5 call out. And the guys are at it now. They're battling.
Yes, Anthony actually looks even more comfortable here this evening. He's done one game. Let's see if he can at least win a game here tonight, Dalton, to show that he's not just talk, but he can back up that talk.
Yes.
Pipey has a track record that he's lost quite a few. I guess at this point now, any win that Pipey could possibly get will start to let the balance sheet on both sides of the balance sheet look a lot better. But let's see if he can achieve it here this evening. He's in a good position at this point, but the game is far from over.
Yeah, but he must give Pipey some credit, and his loss was mainly to the A-class players. You know, you saw him get a victory against the young schoolboy, Dre Smith, and then he played Pa Riley, Devon and Riley, and he got some success. But his success was in the B-class tournament, not in the A. Anthony is a B-class player. Now he's in a very interesting rally on force arrow there by Anthony.
Yeah, have a 13-19 score. I thought that Anthony really could have done more with that ball. I don't think the drop shot was the best selection at that point. He had the opportunity that he could have really put the ball away, and he did not. And as a result, now he's serving at 13-20. But that's a far better play now. Very good shot there by Anthony. Center court, and a good, powerful forearm shot that Pipey had no response at all. 14-20 now.
Game point to Pipey. Call. 2016, Pipey have the serve. He's 20. Anthony is 16. 2017, Pipey is trying to wrap up the game.
Either he's trying to wrap up the game, or again trying to wrap him up. At this point, those are 3 consecutive unforced errors that Pipey really should not be spoiling. But in tennis, anything happens. And hey, there it is. The 21st point that gives Pipey a second game, Dothan.
Yes.
Hey, you see a 3 straight here, Dothan? You see Pipey taking it 3 straight games?
I believe Annie should be able to put back a game. He's warm now. Annie is a guy that plays a lot of tennis down Rubis every evening. And he can't disappoint his fans. His fellow mates from down in Rubis, who came all the way up here in Bashaw. Oh, lovely shot.
This is nice.
Yes, he's looking
Yeah,
pretty sharp this game.
That's a very good rally there by Anthony. Good exchange, patient shot. And when the opportunity was there, he put the ball away and did so to the happiness and the excitement of the crowd.
Yes.
Very good shot.
Yeah, mainly the Rubis crowd.
Well, come on. You believe that a good shot can only be acknowledged by the home team, Dothan? That was a lovely shot. I believe all spectators will have participated in recognizing that one.
One serving 5. Anthony is 1. Pipey is 5. You see here, Anthony is playing with a little more purpose. He's putting a little more weight on the ball. Those first games, John, you saw Anthony trying to play a slow game to try to counter the chopping style, the spin in the ball.
I don't see that happening no day of the week. Pipey, I think over time now, Pipey has found an answer to that really slow ball. It was a ball that gave him trouble, it was about a year ago. But Pipey has really improved his game. And if you're going to get through Pipey, it's important that you bring an effective game plan. And slow balls, I don't think it will be at all. Pipey's better than that.
Nine serving 4.
So Pipey has a very healthy lead here, Dothan. At 9-4, he's 2 games up. And Anthony will be fighting here to make sure that it's not a 3 straight. We should put some pressure on him to go back to Rubis and not even getting a game off of Pipey. Certainly would not be a good discussion come tomorrow or for the next couple of weeks. You know, in road tennis, we talk about things for a very long time, Dothan.
10 serving 4. We just hope that Anthony don't get an animal to get back down to Rubis.
So we have 2 games on the card tonight, Darhan?
Yes. We have a representative from Belfield, a guy by the name of Trevor Eiffel. He also played in the 2-point tournament in the A-class division. He looked very good against Anthony Harris, and he was called out by no other than Dwayne Lynch.
I see that Dwayne Lynch is really enjoying this call out. So he had quite a few matches so far. And here he is once again this evening. It really would be good to see some new faces to the call outs, Darhan. What do you think?
Yes, John, you haven't been calling out anyone. I think you're waiting for a call, John. I'm wondering if, you know what I mean, you don't have any suitors. I mean, you're a top player. Maybe your name have the guy scared, John Wick.
Yeah,
or is your dog?
A combination of both. Oh, that's a lovely shot there by Anthony. Good setup. He would need quite a few of those if he's going to get back into this game and take charge and not go down the 3 straight road. But that was a lovely play by him. And let's see how this one ends, Darhan.
Yes, we see in this 3rd game, Anthony is definitely putting up a fight. A good fight too.
You're a champion.
Nice. Mention again.
Above all, Anthony is back into the game. Unforced error there by Pipey. Anthony have the lead in this 3rd game. 13-all. Anthony must win this 3rd game if he's to remain relevant in this set. If he's going to represent the call out. He called out Pipey. Pipey did not call him out.
Well, Pipey had a pretty comfortable lead and he did well to get back into the game, and now we have an even game. Let's see if Anthony can take that momentum and at least force us into a game 4, possibly a game 5. He's looking good. This is good stuff here by Anthony. Good exchange, patient tennis, and you realize he seems to be keeping the ball more center court here, which is paying dividends.
Yeah, this year
14-16.
This year looks like Anthony. This is the Anthony that we know on evenings, who plays with more vigor, more energy, with a purpose. Those first 2 games were kind of, I would say, lackadaisical.
That's a good weight off there by Pipey. I don't want to consider an injection. It looks more of a weight off. Got Anthony by surprise, and again we continue to see quite a few of these players with this serving out. We are seeing a lot of this. Once again, serve out again. We are seeing a lot of this from these guys. Clearly, it tells me that it's something that a number of these players need to really pay a bit more attention to within the game.
You want to be right, John, but this court here, since it has been resurfaced, the top end, you'll find that the players are serving out from the top end.
That's a very good rally there by both guys. About Pipey getting the better of Anthony on that occasion. A good rally, good exchange. The score is now 16 serving to 18. Still a good 2-point lead.
Close game. Still a close
16-18. Anthony can get this at 19-16. I strongly believe he feels as if he's in the driver's seat. But that wouldn't be the case. The score now is 18, now serving to 17.
At this stage, you know, is 18-17, and you have the serve. You're 18, your opponent is 17, and you have the serve. You have to neutralize the serve to get that competitive advantage. Unforced error there by Anthony.
18-19. You know, we
He's forcing
recall, yes, we recall that tournament. He felt that he had a really good opportunity to put where Pipey.
21-18.
Here this evening, he had the opportunity again after he took that lead in this third game, but was unable to get over the line. So kudos to Pipey on doing a fantastic job in denying, not only winning, but he denied his opponent a victory here at the Dayton Power Road facility. Yeah, good evening to all. We're here at the Dayton Power Road facility. We just witnessed another Thursday evening, another call out. And tonight with me, I'm here speaking with Mr. Anthony Harris. He called out Pipey. We all know Pipey for some time, the man behind this event. And it didn't seem to go the way how Anthony had hoped. Anthony, good evening and welcome to Bouchard and welcome to the call outs. What was it like for you?
It was good. First time playing on this court in a competition. I think I played a little too conservative in the games. Gave him a little bit too much respect, tried to fold the ball too much instead of stroke the ball. The stroke was working, but by the time I got the notion of using the stroke in the ball, it was a bit much to overcome.
Well, yeah, no, I must say, while we were doing our commentary, even in that last game, you pulled off some really excellent shots, but it seemed as if in the latter part of the game, you went back into a more tentative kind of game when the shots were working and held off, and you overhit a few of them.
Yes.
But that being said, how does it feel for you? I mean, being here and being part of this whole call out.
No, I think it's a good thing. The initial plan was when I supported Pipey after the tournament was like, let me get together and do something. But for him doing something is a call out. So I just roll with it. I mean, it was fun, and just enjoying the tennis. I didn't enjoy losing, but I believe we can arrange a return match on my Rubik's Cube.
Okay. Now, we saw your video. In the video, we recall seeing you with your lawnmower.
Yes.
Were you able to bring it with you this evening?
No. When Pipey comes down, I introduce it to him personally.
Okay,
Give him a personal introduction.
So you say you're going to roll over him with the lawnmower, if I remember, something
Yes.
that effect?
Yes.
But nonetheless, you left it home.
Yes.
So
yes.
were you really going to execute that this evening, leaving it home?
And, getting a trailer to pull it and thing was going to be problematic.
Okay, understood. Well, I must say though that it was a good call out. I must say I was looking forward to see how you want to roll over Pipey here this evening.
Yeah.
And not only myself, but a number of Pipey fans, Pipey's been with this thing, and they probably were looking to see if he would have got rolled over. He didn't, but I will wish you all the best if you want to come back and give another try. We look forward to seeing
Yes,
you
I
there.
would want to. We have already arranged a return match on the Rubik's. When I come to his home, you can come to mine.
Okay, so should there be a call out? You're hoping it will be at Rubik's?
Yes, it'll be at Rubik's. It don't have to be a call out. It's just a nice friendly match, just to, you don't always have to go to war.
But you really should go to war, you should really walk your weapons. I must say that you went to war this evening and left the weapon at home.
They didn't have enough shots.
They
They didn't have
didn't have
enough shots.
All right, well, Anthony, all the best in whichever direction you go in. If it's another call out, we saw you in the tournament just a couple of days ago. And it's good to see that you're willing to get involved in the games.
Yeah.
And I can only wish you all the very best in your future road tennis endeavors. But it was nice having you here again.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
All right.
Congratulations is in order, Mr. Jason Paris, the undertaker. I saw you put up a video in your response. I was scared, Pipey. It was dark. Why were you doing it in the graveyard at that time?
Why? Because the man see bring a lawnmower for the number one chopper in the world, better known as an undertaker. So I let him know that I dig a grave for heat and a lawnmower. So I have to dig that grave at night time. You can't do it at daytime because people will be frightened.
Okay, but it had to be just large grave to pick a lawnmower and a human.
And human along with the coffin.
Oh, wow. How was the set this evening, though?
The set, as the fans could see, the set was just going through the motion. because I always take the engine of the lawnmower and bury the lawnmower.
Yeah, but I noticed the first two games you try to bring a very slow game. But what you had to do to counteract that slow game you brought?
And just that game, just try to put on the ball and look for you.
In the deal that we did with Anthony, he said that if he's going to call it out, if there's the next call out, it will be at Rubis. Will you be willing to accept that challenge done by Rubis?
There is no problem. I'll tell you, the aircraft came off, and any because player in the world come against the number one chopper in the world.
I noticed you have a fan, an entertainer. Tell the fans who this guy is that is following you around, who's promoting you.
Scotty and another guy named that come on from my side the name as Dynamo.
Dynamo.
Yeah,
He's a singer?
he's a singer. He's a strong fan.
He's around here? He's around? Or
But he had a good class.
he's got here? Alright. Okay, I Pipey, what other plans you have in the future for this call up? They go run in momentum. You have any other ideas you want to do?
But I have an idea coming up.
You want to keep it on the rocks?
But me to have an idea coming up. We just have to go a couple more games and prepare for it. And just start from there.
All right, thank you very much, Pipey, and as we continue to be involved in these call-outs, that your tennis will improve and you will also be able to market road tennis here in Barbados.
Thank you.
All right, good night, folks. We're here with the second call-out for the night. On court, we have a young man by the name of Trevor Eiffel. He's representing the Belfield camp. We have Dwayne Lynch. He's representing the Haynesville camp. Eiffel, he's new to road tennis, but he have a sporting background. Played cricket for the Royal Barbados Police Force. Well, it's not the Royal Barbados Police Force anymore. It's just the police service now. You remove the word force from the police now. They're offering a service, John.
Yes. It's the Barbados Police Service. And yes, Trevor is known as he has some very good athletic background with a gold medalist, represented Barbados at a very high level. He's an all-round sportsman, it appears. He, as you said, he plays a lot of his tennis in Belfield. At this point, between the two guys on court, Dwayne has 2 wins, he has 1, and Trevor actually won the very last time that they played at Belfield. So let's see what happens here tonight.
You know, Dwayne Lynch, who is back in the camera, he have a very professional sporting background. He was involved in cricket at a professional level, and also football. He played for the national team, and I think he was also contracted overseas to play football. So I wonder if these two guys know each other in that arena, whereby they are know each other from that time.
Well, we're going to say a special good evening to all of the Belfield fans who left their jobs, who left their homes, who fought through traffic just to be here this evening to give Trevor some support. And let's hope that support pays rewards. And we can see Aaron Barker, a Belfield player. He's here right early, giving some early instructions. Let's see how it goes.
Yes. The guys are off.
Come on, boy! Your turn.
You know, last night, John, this guy, Trevor Eiffel, he's a very smart guy. He came out here to fill out the court. I played him, you know. He came up against the punter. The punter beat him 2-1. You have a fan here who was looking at me, but oh, his sister, okay.
You won 2-1?
Yes, John, you know.
He was just probably just typical net practice.
He came up against the punter.
Typical net practice. He was just probably getting the field of the court and reserving his real energy and challenge for tonight. So let's hope that he brings it to the table and take home or send home the Belfield crew with a nice smile this evening.
Yes. Eiffel is facing the camera in a bright orange polo shirt and black pants. This guy is built very athletically. He about around 6'6". A very tall guy.
And we have a score of 4 serving out to 10. 10-5. First game. And as you said, he's smart. He came here last night and get a feel for the court as best as he can. But we are now into the real competition mode, and he will need a bit more time, trust me, than what you had last night. So let's wait and see how quickly he makes it required adjustments here to create the pressure that's needed to get past Lynchy here tonight. Because Lynchy's played now quite a few of these tournaments, these events, these call-outs. So he's like a homeboy here now at the Bush Hall Arena.
Yes, we have a better crowd on hand. The crowd is growing. The Belfield camp is here. Also, we have the Rubis camp and the Bush Hall camp as well. Also, the Haynesville, you can't forget the Haynesville camp. Dwayne Lynch, he's representing the Haynesville camp.
12-7, the score. I really believe both these guys are trying to feel their way into the first game, and we're really looking forward to that game 2. We're going to see a more energy from both of them. But I believe that they're trying to get into this first game, and we seem to have a little shower coming.
Yes, John, but you mentioned something initially when the set started about I can say he was a gold medalist.
Yes,
And what?
Javelin.
Javelin, okay.
Yes.
So you have the mental discipline.
That's a good center court serve. Lynchy was up to the task. So we have a 2-point game, 11 now serving to 13. Excellent serve there by Trevor Eiffel, wide to the forearm, and rather quickly indeed, and Lynchy really had no answer on that occasion. So the service will be 13-12. 1 point difference. Even game, 13 all.
One of the fans, a road tennis player, Aaron Barker, is cheering on Eiffel. Oh, lovely shot.
Oh, that is lovely.
That's a shot
That's
of
a
the night.
beautiful tennis.
Beautiful shot.
That's an excellent shot. But the beauty of the shot also was the way he built up the actual shot. You know, moving the ball from left to right. He got Lynchy going in different directions, and then he struck it with great power through the center of the court. Another nice rally here again by both players.
Like I said, John, last night I played this guy Eiffel, and sometimes he plays very relaxed, but he have a very deceiving shot. He can surprise you with that shot. He's a very talented guy. He's new to road tennis. I've been around this sport for a long time, and this is the first time I really get familiar with this guy Eiffel. It just shows you that road tennis is a game once you dedicate at least around 2 years. You might be new to it, but if you put in at least 2 years with the right coach, the right training, you can advance pretty fast in this sport.
He scored now 14 serving to 16. That one tipping the top of the net, and the point going to Trevor. Scored now 15-16. 16 all, a very good serve there into the back arm. And in comes the Cardinal Sin.
Yes, this I feel he tends to use the serve, he uses a spin. He have a lot of reach, so it's very difficult to get past him. And his timing is excellent as well.
Yeah, he's one of those tall players, and that's correct. He uses his height really well on the court. Very calm and collective in his short play, but he keeps the ball on the court.
No, it's amazing, John. About this guy, I feel. I never saw. He never came up through the ranks, the C class, the B class. He just inject himself into the A class, and he's representing himself here tonight against an A class player.
Well, you must appreciate the fact that he plays his tennis at Belfield, an area that has a wide range of players, and over time he certainly would have benefited from playing with those players there in Belfield.
1920. First game goes to Trevor Eiffel. All right, folks, we're here into the second game. The first game was won by Trevor Eiffel, 21-19. Very good victory. We're looking at which might be possibly a major upset here in Bushall in the Dighton Power Road Tennis Facility. Dwayne Lynch, a seeded A-class player, coming up against an unknown, basically an unknown.
Yeah.
Love serving one. Yes, the Belfie camp is here to represent their guy, and they're doing a very good job. But Dwayne Lynch is a trooper. He's going to settle down. He's going to buckle down. I think at this stage now, Lynch is going to put on much more balls than before.
Yes, for 2-4, and this is nothing really outside of the reach of Lynchy. Yes, he's done one game, but Lynchy, as you said, is an A-class recognized player, and he has what it takes to come back. And this is really not that great a comeback at this stage. Should he allow it to get to 2-love, and they're looking to pull that 3 straight, he may put himself under some degree of pressure. But at this point, losing the first game, warm-up game, we still know how quite a bit of tennis to go before we get anything close to right now for Lynchy. He's too experienced and too good a player. This is good playing here by Lynch. Patience, and he's one of those players in the road tennis arena that has a very strong backarm, and he once again demonstrated the strength of his backarm on that last point about him.
Yes. But I would say that Trevor Eiffel is up to the task. He have a very good defense. At the initial start of this game, he tried to force the ball.
Come on, let me stop it down here. Look at that.
10 score, 10 serving to 2. Lynch is really in the driver's seat at this point. It's good to see that the crowds continue to come out and support this tennis, Darting. It's again a Thursday night, call-out night, and it's still happening. Persons are still very keen and willing to come out and be part of this call-out, which is really great.
Yes. And we also have some youngsters in the crowd. This is healthy for the sport. Nine serving 12. Game is still open.
312, 313.
My God.
That's
413. This is a good effort here by Trevor. Should he keep it up, it will certainly create some good pressure on his opponent. Center court tennis here seem to be displayed by both players in a big way. So Punchy, you're making yourself available for players who are looking to get into courts. You could come and knock with them and get them into get them ready. You're getting into that as well.
I was thinking what I'm good at doing, the commentary and trying to promote the Punches channel. And not only to promote the channel, but basically to expose road tennis to more Barbadians, to the folks in the Caribbean and around the world. This is a sport that is a very exciting, dynamic game, but it needs to be exposed. Luckily, we have the technology, we have the social media platforms, Facebook, we have YouTube, Instagram, where folks can stay at home and watch these videos.
Yes, no, I do agree. And score now is 8-18.
He's looking at if I feel is heading in the direction of an animal. So, once you reach less than 10 points in a set, It's 18. Then Trevor mustered 10 points in this game here.
8-19, good playing here by Lynch. I like the way how he moved around and utilized his form on that occasion. Struck that ball with good force. And Trevor really had no answer to the score. Now 8-20. I think Lynch seems to be on the premature side there. Calling it a game when it's not even 21 points as yet. Scores 8-7 now to 20. 9-20. So we never heard anything about the call out that Curtis would have thrown out to Venom. So that one seemed to have gone by the way, somewhat like yours. Because I remember Donald calling you out and you prefer to put your response in emails and all kind of paperwork. But yeah, we haven't heard anything further about that. But it would be good to see Curtis here
I
again.
think Venom had an injury, so that's the reason why that didn't came off.
Okay.
All right, you see here we into the second game. The first game was won by Trevor Eiffel 21-19, and the second game was won by Lynchy 21-10.
And the battlefield presence gets stronger and stronger, even if it's only in the voices. But they're strong nevertheless. They're letting you know that they're here, giving Trevor the support. And that's good for tennis, you know. It's really good when those persons in the various camps dot in, make time to support each other. So that's healthy. That's very good.
Yeah, it's good to have these camps, you know, where not only just to play road tennis, but we have the camaraderie, we have friendships, we have guys organizing activities.
Do you have any camps in St. George?
There's a camp in Waverley Court. There's a couple camps in St. George. You have the Waverley Court, you have the Superlative camp. You also have the camp there in St. Jude's. But tennis is played even in Death Valley. You have counts as well.
So which camp you tend to play your tennis in St. George, don't you?
In the Wavy Court area. But six serving four. It seems if Trevor is doing playing his best tennis on the top end.
It appears that way, but Lynchy seemed to be holding his left knee just below the left knee quite a bit. Maybe experiencing some discomfort in that area.
Very good display of backarm, a teachable moment in backarm. You see Lynchy is putting the ball on one spot with his backarm consistently.
Yeah, he's really strong with his backhand, but credit to Trevor as well, because it's not as if he's 1-2 balls and in the net, but he too is putting on quite a few backarms and keeping a good long rally with Lynchy, which is a good sign. As you said, he's not really one of those well-known players on the world tennis scene, but he's giving he's representing himself really well here tonight.
See here the official Tito Ellis making some correction on the net.
Yo, you need a warm beer? Huh? I buy something, you buy water.
A good rally there by Trevor. Talking here. Trevor scored 11-13. An attempted injection there, Dottin. Didn't quite come off for Trevor. But you can understand why he is important to vary his pace. And again, another Cardinal sinner right there, serving that one out. The score now will be 14-11, Dottin. Another even Lynchy is getting into the serving out business. He's scoring at 14-13. we say goodnight to all of the New York crew who will be watching this game at some point in time. Hope you guys are well, that you enjoy your trip here in Barbados, and when you get back home, Puncher TV will be here waiting for you to bring you all of the action here from the Dayton Power Roach Bushall facility.
Yes, you guys love to watch the channel, to keep in touch. Back home with what's happening in terms of road tennis. There's a camp, believe it or not, in New York, you know, not only Barbados.
So we have a number of camps now spreading.
Internationally.
Well, I'd like to hear about a camp from Dubai.
Wow.
You know, that would be fantastic. And even the camps in the region, you know, because this game is played in places like St. Lucia, Jamaica, Dominica, St. Vincent. So it'd be good to hear a bit more of what's happening in those territories as well as it relates to the road tennis sport.
Yes, if you can get a response from the guys in the Caribbean where road tennis is played. We know it's being played in St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Jamaica. I'm not sure if it's being played in Guyana. But we have a guy that by the name of Ben. He's in Bermuda. He's a nurse. He have introduced road tennis to Bermuda. Maybe Ben can give us some information. He subscribed to the channel. Give us some.
$17-18 score, Darren. Travis doing well on this occasion. Even score 18-all. Let's see if it is fans behind him. Travis could push and earn a second game here tonight. It's 1-all in games. We're in the latter part of this game, 19-18.
Leche wants to be gorilla.
2018 game point.
21-18. The third game goes to Dwayne Lynch. Very close game.
Taylor, you're a fat clutch.
Into the fourth game here. Dwayne Lynch is two games, and Eiffel, he's only one. If Dwayne Lynch wins this fourth game, that's the end of the set, 3-1. Eiffel must win this fourth game to make it 2 apiece. 3 serving love.
I think that Dwayne is in a good position to close this in game 4. Kudos to Trevor for his efforts so far. I think that he will be looking at a 3-1 here this evening.
Yes.
Not that I want to be right, I'm happy to be wrong.
But I think Eiffel, Trevor, he have the ability to pull back again. He's playing great, good tennis, but he's making some basic errors. I think if he had to put on a lot of balls if he want to beat Lynch, he have to be more consistent.
Yeah, one of the things that seemed to be missing from his game as well, and he did it just a few times, is the attack. I really haven't seen a lot of attacking by him. He seems to be you see, I just talked about the attack, and there he goes, right?
He's trying to prove you wrong, John.
Well, he probably is, but it is maybe the better way, rather than just trying to sit and constantly just put on the ball with someone like Lynch, who's very consistent as well. So he really would need to put a little more effort here to create a bit more pressure on Lynch. So that is a better stroke there again. A ball with a bit more weight, and that got the better of Lynch. And he may need a couple more shots like that, rather than just sitting on the ball and being hopeful.
Yes.
Now that's opportunity again. He allowed us. That went by the way. That selection of shots there, going for a drop shot rather than just taking charge and putting that one away. And he allowed that opportunity to get away, and Lynch got right back in the game and eventually got the point. Trevor is a steady player, you can see that. But I believe that he really needs to put something extra in his shot selection to create a little more pressure on his opponents. But all those things come with time, Dottie.
Yes. What is your opinion, John, on players? You know, we have good players. What's your opinion on players just staying in one camp to develop their tennis, not moving around, trying to avoid exposing their styles to different camps, feeling that it might defeat their game?
Well, Dottie, why I can say that I have a long tennis background, as you know, and I came through a club system. And when you're a club member and you have a number of persons at that club that you have like a ladder kind of format, people that you can play with and get a good game at different levels, that can be beneficial as well. So there's really nothing wrong with a person in a particular camp as long as the camp has the talent in the camp that can help that person to go wherever they're going with their particular game. But moving around also has its benefits. Moving around brings the opportunity to see other players in action and test your skill against different styles. So it's one of those things I don't know if you can really say in rotation in particular is better one way than the other. But as long as you're in a good camp and you have a good range, like for instance, a player like Trevor, who plays at Belfield. Belfield is a camp known for a wide range of players. And he certainly should benefit from that range. So Belfield is a nice camp, and one that I think he has there are enough players. We're talking about players like Young Baracus, who's a good attacker of the ball. He's exposed to those guys, and maybe over time he will get to that next level.
And also it's good to have a coach on board, in your camp, and a good manager as well. Coaching is something that is relatively new to road tennis. Yeah, but once you want to add that professional touch to the game, you have to bring in a coach.
Well, I agree with you. Coaching is vitally important to just about any sport. And in road tennis, it would be good to see a stronger and a bigger presence of coaches around. We have a couple here. We know like the Burketts. We know of the Burketts who do coaching as well. We know Shabir as a recognized coach around the sport. We have Peter Moore. So there are a few coaches around that can bring and assist, but I'm not sure if we have enough at this point.
A lot of players believe in because they have the skill, they dominate their camps and so on. But when it comes to competition, you see that a lot of these players don't live up to their true potential. A coach, that's where coaching comes in to help strengthen you mentally, your mental game. But sport, playing at a certain level, is not only about skill, but about your mental development as well.
Yes, but I think that over time you're going to see in road tennis more of that coming through. One camp that actually comes to mind that has a rather interesting program in place will be the Academy, which is just up by Academy more central. This is Community College. Frankie and his team. That team there seem to have a plan, an organized structure to what they're doing there as well, and maybe something that other camps could get a sneak peek, and look to do something like that as well. Oh, that's lovely.
Cross shot there by Eichel.
That is
Fans really
that is
appreciate
an
that shot.
excellent shot there by Trevor. Well executed, great shot. One that brought some energy into the game.
Yes. This game is getting a little tense. The fans are becoming a bit animated. Go ball.
Even score at 12 all. Not sure what was going through his mind with that last backhand.
12-13. I feel it's 13. Greenlich. My bad. I feel it's 12 still. Greenlich is 14.
Hey, not she.
12 serving to 16. Oh, that's a lovely shot again. Very good shot there by Trevor. You see, he looks good on the attack as well, Dottie. All he needs to do is to do it a bit more. That was a very good serve, a favorable bounce. And he was able to put that one away, and then she had no answer at all. (16-14). Lynch, as you know, is road tennis. The server has 5 serves, and Lynch will now serve his 5 in hope that he can get 3 to 4 out of the 5 to put this game very much in his control, don't he?
Yes. Yes. I feel must win this game if you want to remain relevant in the set.
Again a form that played with a very tentative and forced error there. And no real pressure was placed on him, and his reaction tells you how disappointed he is with that shot selection, because that's one he really should not have missed.
I think the center court game is giving I feel some problems. Lynch realized that, and Lynch is keeping the ball center court.
(19-14). Lynch is just 2 points away from a 3-1 victory here tonight in Callout. 2014, serving to wrap up, and that one is away 21-14 to Dwayne Lynch. And congratulations to Dwayne for doing well here at this Callout tonight, winning 3 games to 1. Okay, so we're here at the Dayton Power Road facility. We had another night of call-outs, and we just witnessed Trevor Eiffel making his appearance to the call-out for the very first time. In this occasion, he lost in 3 games to 1 to Lynchy. Lynchy, for some time now, been looking for a victory, and tonight was his night for that. Nonetheless, I have Trevor here with me. Trevor, good evening to you. You may have lost the game, but how was it for you?
Well, it was a good set, to be honest. We took it across the road. And the first time playing the short court, the court playing a little bit slow. But for me, it's a lot of experience and we lots of progress to make going forward. You know, we say we play the slower turfs. Just going to come into your own game and go back to the game and work on it.
Okay, well, there's been much talk about who's Trevor. moved to Stubborn Eiffel. People haven't really heard your name around road tennis particularly. Will you get a chance to tell us how long you've really been playing road tennis and where you're at this point in your game?
Basically, I started playing road tennis about 3-4 years ago. Let me say a year before COVID, because COVID is what really got me into road tennis. Anyone that know me know that I was a tour driver from Barbados, played cricket from numerous clubs. I was a policeman also too. So after COVID, they didn't take me Aaron. We started to take tennis a lot more serious. We put a lot of training from day to day, and then they saw that I was improving tremendously. So the guys kept telling me that you can enter a tournament. So I challenged myself by playing some of the guys like the Jackson, Aaron, Baracas, and Chicago. Then they started winning some games with these guys, and that built my confidence to come and take the tennis.
Well, we saw you a couple of days ago taking part in a 2-point event where you did a pretty good showing of yourself as well. How was it? How was that feeling for you first to be in such a 2-point competition? And then secondly, how do you compare that with what it was here for you tonight at Bushall the Mega, as one might walk call it, for tennis?
I would say the 2-point had me a little more nerves. I would say you know how to bring it to your game because that's a long game. Shotgun. Anybody know me knows that I'm a more true. That's a first player. We take longer than one. But to compare to here, I take the 2 levels, honestly, they were basically insane. Because the atmosphere was very nice. It was lovely. The people were around the tennis and getting into it. So I can maybe say maybe 60-40 or 60-50 if it's younger than one time. Yeah. So basically.
Okay, so you've been here with these call-outs now. Originated by a young man by the name of Pipey. And here we are some weeks, months down the road, and it's still going. What are your thoughts about what this call-out is really doing for road tennis at this point? What's your thoughts around
To
that?
be honest, Mr. Jason, you are doing a tremendous job. I commend you 1,000 times. All I would like is just an effort minister, even the Honorable Mayor Motley, to just come on board and give you some backing, because I think there's a future for what you're doing. Very, very well done for you. Massive.
Okay, so talking about call-outs, we had all the call-outs here now. Just about every match that was called out was played here at Bush Hall. I understand that you're thinking of a rematch. You want to tell us about how that rematch should be and what we can look forward to on that rematch against Lynchy.
Right, well, basically me and Lynchy, we had agreed that we will play at home and away. Well, I know it's not his regular home, but it's this is mega for real tennis. So we agreed that we will play Ultra Best of 5 here in Bush Hall, then we will return to Belfast next week Tuesday on the 29th, 6 p.m. Then we will be followed by Venom. Mark Griffith Venom will be coming against Darius Gaskin, 7 o'clock. So you've got good tennis next week also at Belfast Hall.
Okay, well, I want to wish you all the best on your return match. It didn't go quite the way I believe you wanted tonight, but you seem to be the kind of person who learns as you go along. And that's a good sign. So I want to wish you all the best in your future endeavors in road tennis, in whatever direction you go, whatever competition you get involved in. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
But tonight, very well done.
Thank you very much. I commend you guys.
Alright, good night, folks. Here we have Gay Lace, who was victorious tonight in this fallout against Trevor Eiffel. You know, guys seem to have a history outside of this sort of thing. You know this guy outside of road tennis, Mr. Lynch?
Yeah, I know him. He started playing tennis, really the idea, but honestly, he's playing very well. And he beat me a time, last time he played in 2-3, mixed 2 in Delphine. So that gave him the confidence to tell himself that he can beat me anytime. But I tell you, I'm a big deal horse. So if you really want to play me, and get opportunity to call you out and get opportunity to see what he's going to do on the big stage. Yes, we're noticing a lot of these spots, all of you are involved in these call-outs and so on. What is your motivation to be in these call-outs? Basically, they're second call-outs, so put my mindset for when tournaments come around. And still entertain the crowd, because there really got a lot of tournaments going on, and any guy that feel that they have a chance against me, the opportunity, the perfect opportunity for him to come up. So I wasn't die, just keeping training and keep calls going. Everybody's starting to
In a set, I thought we won the first game. That's how you got any sort of pressure?
I was laughing.
Yeah, but in some part of the set, I saw you two bending down.
Yeah,
Right, because I didn't hit my we heard that we rock it behind him. So it was turning me from 6 out. So it was just trying to go trip. I didn't really want that.
So there's going to be a return bump for this.
Yes, we agreed to play the first set here in Bushall, and the next set we agreed to play it on Belfield on this one turf. Which I feel he may be a little more comfortable down there too. So they give you opportunity down there.
You know, you have a boisterous Belfield crowd. That's not intimidate you or put you on any
No, I love it. It seems like his sisters and his brothers and the whole Belfield camp turn up tonight to give him support, which they embrace. So it was all fun.
So you're going down into the Belfield camp
Tuesday.
Tuesday. You're going to come out against not only Eiffel but the camp supporters.
Yeah, everybody down there is a very tight knit. Have a good program down there, and everybody's back down there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, Lennox. Thank you, sure. More success in your columns.
Thank you very much.